Hello Dynamics family, Mariana here doing another vehicle video while I await. And this time I'm just going to talk about something that, I didn't quite get until I got, like sometimes you just, you get it, like you can read it and you can understand what it says, but then on some level you get it, like there's this time where you like actually get it further. And you can do that actually about any subject, but the subject I'm going to talk about today is about expectations, beliefs, desires. The expectation definition there's the dictionary definition, but when it comes to beliefs and desires, it's like your expectation has to equal your belief and desires for it to manifest faster in your life about any subject. So let's talk about this for a second again, because it was way over my head initially when I started talking about it and thinking about it more, and then wondering why some of the things that I wanted manifested wouldn't unfold, or took a long time. Then I realized that you have a desire. So a desire is something that you choose or you want to unfold for you, or something that you dream about, think about, daydream about. Your desires, like what you want because you think it will make you feel better. So look up the dictionary definition for desire if you want it clearer, but that's my take on it anyway. And then there's the beliefs. Now beliefs, oh well, that's just a huge subject, and we've done lots of blogs and podcasts on it. So beliefs, where do they come from? Whose are they? Are they yours? Do they serve you? Do they not serve you? Have you even examined some of your beliefs? Are you willing to change some of your beliefs just because someone told you when you were younger that this is what you're supposed to do and this is what you're supposed to believe around a certain subject, and then you do, but then you're realizing by doing that it just doesn't feel right. So when it comes to beliefs, just if it's not feeling right, then ask yourself, like, does this serve me anymore? And if it doesn't serve you, it is okay not to believe the same thing as, say, your teachers, your parents, your guardians, your siblings, your friends, like whatever. Like it's okay for you to have the right belief for you. Not that any belief is right or wrong, but the right belief for you. And you know what? You might not be popular. You might not fit in sometimes when it comes to certain subjects. But when it comes to, just on a side note, when it comes to those people that you consider your friends and those that you love in your family, hopefully they will just go, okay, agree to disagree, and that's cool. Let me hear your opinion, you hear my opinion, blah, 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 let's have a discussion. And either you can not talk at all, or you can go, oh, well, this is how I feel about this. And it's either gonna open up maybe a new understanding or the willingness to change a little bit, because everything's law of attraction too. So if a subject's coming up, then it usually means that either someone is willing, whether it's yourself or the other person or other people that you're talking to have a greater understanding and an expansion around that subject. Or it could just be, yeah, no, you just confirm for me that this isn't what serves me, so thank you very much for that. So again, there's always meaning and benefit behind every event and circumstance and every discussion and conversation and every unfoldment. Sometimes you don't know that right away, or what that benefit is, but it does benefit you in some way, even if it makes you have more clarity. So back to now, if I rambled about the beliefs and went off a little bit about them, then back to the beliefs and desires meeting up. Now, can you imagine if you had a desire like, I want to manifest, $10,000 by the end of the month. And your belief goes, yeah, you know what? You can do this. Don't know how, don't know why, don't know what, I don't know all the details about it, but yeah, you know what? I believe in you. You can do that. So that's a desire and a belief matching up. So then the expectation and in your expectation of that will unfold, as long as you don't try to sabotage it along the way. We've talked about this again many times before, and it's just have your beliefs and your desires match up, and try not to contradict it, try not to put it down, try not to take score of it, try not to, tell the story in the what isness of things, like the reality of it. Oh, well, it's real, or it's true, or it's whatever. Well, it's only that way right now. Like, the power is in the now. So have the now. Choose something different in the now if it's not what you want. So the example of it not working for you is, okay, I have a desire. My expectation is I'm going to manifest $10,000. That's my desire. That's what I expect for it to happen by the end of the month. But your belief is, yeah, no, you've never done that before. You know what? I don't think that, I don't know how that's going to happen. And, nope. It doesn't, it might, but nah, probably not. But however, all those things that we did on a vehicle video before, the but howevers, the because, all that stuff, all those excuses from your beliefs that you put after your desire. And then how could it, how could it manifest for you? Your desire, okay, so that's the end of that. So sometimes your desires are so strong, it doesn't matter what your beliefs are. Now, if you saw your kid was in danger, and your desire to help that kid, and, wouldn't matter what you believe, you're going, and your adrenaline goes, and you go and you do what needs to be done. That's your desire. And sometimes they are stronger than, adding your beliefs into it. But in general, your beliefs and your desires have to match up for it to manifest faster and easier, and with flow, and with no resistance, and all that stuff. And then along the way, just don't take score. You don't need to take score. Well, where's it at? Where's that? Just go in with that. Yeah, it's coming. If you need to have some self-talk around your desire, and your beliefs of being in alignment and or not, just make sure your self-talk is uplifting. Make sure your self-talk is, hey, I got this. I know. I don't know how it's going to unfold, but I know it's going to happen because it is my desire. And then you train yourself to then manifest and expect something, and expect the good. This is not about expecting things that don't feel good. This is expecting things that feel good. If you're going to the dentist and you expect it to be a horrible experience, well, good possibility you're going to have some issues around that. Now, if you expect to the dentist and go, in the past, my experiences have been not so good, but I know I've been thinking it ahead of time. So that's that part that we talked about in another blog or another podcast, is about pre-paving, setting it up ahead of time. Intend before you go. Do some work on it when you're not even around it, when you're in a good place. Hey, just go back to the facts and go back to the general statements about dentists. I'm just using dentists as this could be doctor, dentist, a test, it could be anything. But then just go for the dentist, is there's a ton of dentists out there, and they've been doing this work for a long time, and they've got years of experience underneath them. And I picked this dentist for whatever reason, blah, 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 blah. And it's a nice, clean office. I'm always greeted friendly. I know that they know what they're doing. I know that my body knows what it's doing. I know that my mouth and my teeth and my gums are all working together to, go in balance and to have pure health. I know that it's just an hour of my time from point A to point B, and it's the journey, and I know the journey will be there. They'll listen to what I have to say. They'll be helpful along the way. If you can do that ahead of time, even if it's 5 minutes before you go in there, then that's great. But if you can do it knowing that you're leading up to going to the dentist and still have all those thoughts, so then you can continue. I don't care if you have to go on your phone or go on a recorder and record what you want. As far as you noticed, my statements were affirmative. They weren't like, oh, but the last time, oh, no. Oh, okay, well, I like my dentist, but, getting rid of all those buts, however's, because of all those stuff. I actually invite you to go to our vehicle video where I think it was like called Buts, However's, Therefore, although, and listen to that, because it actually does help you not have to go to that what was before. Again, your power is now, so choose now. And when you're choosing now, make sure that you're choosing thoughts and words that are affirmative, that you feel good when you're saying, that they're more general. You don't have to be super specific about things, but that you can feel like you're in the possibility of the goodness of it and not the negativity of it, or like, again, remembering what had happened before. The only reason what had happened before, if it wasn't a good experience, is going to happen this time or next time, is because that's where your attention is. That's where your focus is. That's what you believe, And I don't know about you, but I rather feel good than feel bad. I rather take that time. Spending 5 minutes on my phone searching through Facebook or Instagram or Snapchat or TikTok or whatever, or 10 minutes or however it is long that you do it, and actually, take that time to pre-pave stuff. Take that time to set things up that are coming up, that you don't quite feel at ease about, but that you want to feel at ease, and do the goodness of them. Focus on the positive stuff of them. Focus on the well-being of it, So, and then, like I said, if you have to record it, record it. But what I notice now is over here, they're actually doing some lawn work, and it's going to start getting loud. So again, expectation in general equals beliefs and desires matching up, which manifests it faster. And like I said, look up the dictionary definitions of them, make it work for you. But if it's not working, then you know why now. It's just like, you might have to look at your beliefs. You might have to change it. You might have to change some self-talk. You might have to tweak your desire a little bit. But the universe knows what you want. Just go for it and then be in it, instead of, like I said, expecting something bad to happen. Just expect the goodness to happen. Change your story. Anyway, until we see each other again, make it a dynamic day, and thank you so much for listening. Bye for now.